That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me just let me
That's
that
cold.
clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me just let me that clock keeps ticking like a metronome.
Lori Hunter, reporting for duty. Only you Brits will know what I'm talking about.
Fuck all that shit, just let me go.
Broadcasting live from Europe, this is the badass YouTube broadcasting all the Oakland. This is Tony Z. This is Shot from the Boy, the greatest trending topic podcast of all time. The greatest.
The greatest.
The greatest. Mr. Matt on the mic. How are you, sir?
How's it going? What's up?
Shout out Doc on the radio. Mr. Dumpy. Delusional. Goblin. Proxies. Always looking at itself. That's weird. Where's that idiot that told me to make this podcast? You should be in the chat, right?
Yeah, what was it? Caboose Lover or something?
Caboose Lover. We had Big Butt Lover, now we have Caboose Lover. That guy's dumb as a brick, you know?
Oh, yeah?
Lying moron. I think he likes
you were telling me he came into the poker server and started it again, right? All over again.
Yeah, like he started like right where he left off. Well, no, he didn't bring up the fact that he came in and accused us of putting false information out there, and then he admitted that the information was correct. He didn't do that. I can't believe you made me say that. This Andrew Cheat is bald.
Yes.
All right, I gotta be perfectly honest. I don't know who the hell this guy is. I mean, if you guys watch yesterday's show, I'm not terribly familiar with this bastard. You know, not even a little bit.
Right. So this guy is a born in America, moved to England, so he's got like a weird accent.
Oh yeah.
Kickboxer who has a pretty decent record, but may have lied about it, is from what I gathered from Turkey Tom.
Yeah.
Really eccentric. Wrote a book where he like described being pulled out of his mom's vagina and being like furrowing his brow, and he said, "I never cried when the doctor checked on me," or something.
He really said that, like unironically.
Yeah. He said that, and his dad.
Well, usually if you don't cry, having gone through two, there's usually something seriously wrong.
Seriously wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah. His dad was like a master chess player for the military. Like one.
Then he sucked.
Yeah.
I know a little bit about. Then he sucked. Yeah. I mean, they have chess clubs in the army and shit, but I mean, I don't think they even have a rated master in there. Jesus.
Yeah, I don't know. He supposedly he beat a couple grandmasters, but again, this is
Tommy C, the sexual king. Take my money and laugh, old man. Yeah, I'll take your money.
Hell yeah.
Oh man. So like, I get the because I got the feeling that Goose Lover, whatever the hell his name is. Is he like he mentioned Ethan Ralph? Is he a right wing kook or is he part of that crowd? Is this guy attract the right wing kook crowd?
Yeah,
I should say the edgy kid right wing kook crowd. I mean, I consider like not that everybody listens to him are right wing kooks. Like the casino Medicars, stuff like that, right?
Yeah. I think he's like got ties to like right wing people. I can't remember the person. It was like a British right wing guy.
Yeah,
who's like known in the community.
The guy that was with Alex Jones.
Maybe he's a guy who tweets a lot. I know he tweets a lot. That's I just can't remember his name.
That's all the lefties get all upset when he tweets.
Yeah.
I forget his name. Help us out, chat.
Yeah,
do your job. Greek guy, I guess, is pumping.
Yeah, is it Philip Joe Watson?
Yes, is that him?
There you go.
Yeah, Paul
so,
Joseph Watson. PJW. Actually, I like some of his stuff. I'll be honest with you, unironically. I mean, I do. I do. But he's him and he started off as like a total like I used to I still do like when I was a kid, a conspiracy theorist is when I was a kid, a conspiracy theorist was like Magic Bullet, JFK, that whole fucking spiel. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And those annoying people. Now it's I don't know. I don't think the January 6th was all that big a fucking deal. You're a conspiracy theorist. You know?
Yeah. So
they really lowered the bar. You know. They really have you seen the birds are not real movement? They've been all the birds died off and they're drones for the government. I think it's like a flat Earth thing. It's half a troll.
No, I've never.
Birds aren't real. Yeah, it's popular in poker circles because Danny Negreanu. Yeah. Birds aren't real. It's true. Birds aren't real. There you go. Biggest blunder. He's on. It's true. Birds aren't real. During the 1980s, there was some kind of like a mega pandemic among birds, and the United States replaced them with drones. So every bird you see is a drone.
So it's like a robin's just like watching you?
Yeah. I started rolling down the windows when I masturbate. That's how paranoid I am. Jesus Christ. Yeah, birds aren't real. They know what I'm talking about. Chad knows. Boy, isn't that rare that I know something that you don't? Nowadays?
I've never heard.
Yeah, like I know a meme you don't. You know, birds aren't real. I noticed that Danny Negreanu pushes it. The birds aren't real.
Yeah.
I should say he pushes it, but he pushes a gag. Yeah. They're like, my dad told me that flat Earth guys, although there are legit guys, it grew out. This looks like the Proud Boys, like grew out of control. My dad told me like the flat Earth thing's always been a troll, like from day one, and it just grew. Now it's like Vince McMahon trying to protect kayfabe. That's where they're at now in the 80s. Oh. Vince McMahon out of a job. We never got to talk about that. We'll do AC. I'm gonna do. I want to talk to Matt real quick. I bored him with soccer for like an hour. What do you think? What do you think about McMahon leaving?
I think it's I don't. There was a part of me that's just like, are they doing this for show? Like he's just going to be in the back room, like puppeteering everything. You know, so like.
But you see Stephanie almost in tears. I love you, Dad. She mouthed to the phone. I mean.
Yeah, it looks like it. And now I'm hearing Triple H has got full creative control.
Good.
So I think it's. I'm excited. You've been talking a lot that Vince McMahon has been the one like really like with his foot on WWE's neck, like keeping it down, you know, like holding it down.
Yeah, but you know, another thing is it could actually get worse. That's the funny part, you know. I mean, that's not out of the realm of possibility. You know, I like AEW and I wish those guys the best, but there's nothing over there that's going on that's blowing my fucking mind. The only thing that blew my mind is signing Punk, and they had some good stuff over there. I'm sure you showed me some 5-star matches over there that happened since Punk got there. Yeah. Right. Yeah. But it's not blowing my mind like Attitude Era. Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's like they got good matches, but they just can't keep it going. They can't keep the momentum going.
Yeah.
Is my thing.
That's your thing? That's what I was wondering.
The way WWE's been feeling the past couple of years, it feels like 2001 WCW, where WCW really started shitting the bed. Yeah, that's the way WWE felt for me. So if there's a change, I'd greatly like.
I got to be honest with you. I think what I've seen in the past 2 years was worse than that 2001 era, which I'm very familiar with, by the way.
Yeah,
in a lot of ways, it's almost worse. And now I can't say that because there's always like, you know why I can't say that? Because Roman has done such a fantastic job. But now we're pushing 2 years with him in the belt now, right?
Getting close to it. Yeah, I think.
Which I'm glad. I'm glad.
Years.
What?
Yeah, it's 2 years. Yeah, SummerSlam is 2 years.
He earned it. This is honestly, it's the only belt he earned, in my opinion. All right, let's talk to this half a retard. Scandals.
So we're about to go into everything bad he's done, basically.
All right. Is it funny?
It's definitely interesting. Like,
we're doing Turkey Tom. Reviewing one of my favorite YouTubers, hands down. The Scandals of Andrew Tate. Turkey Tom is one of the best history YouTubers there is, period.
Yeah.
Up there with Wavy.
This is a very good video to like.
Turkey Tom, I think, has moved into that sort of Wavy, Justin Wang class. I do. I believe that. I really do.
And he's starting to do collaborations with Brandon Buckingham.
I think Willie's the most entertaining. And I think Tom has finally solidified himself as, you know, he makes full-blown adult content now. You know what I mean? Or guys for their early 20s, whatever.
Fights a year. It's a drop in the ocean compared to his current net worth, widely reported at around $30 million. So the question turns to how Tate made the rest of.
And Nick is still the best journalist. I just can hear them saying something. I didn't say. Did they do that? I didn't see this chat.
No, I didn't.
And Nick is the best journalistic YouTube. Okay, all right, fine. So it's like I'm somebody to twist that, and I'm shitting on Nick. No.
His riches. If not through kickboxing, then what else could it be?
We're going to start a webcam business. You're going to stay. You're going to live in London. I'm going to look after you, and we're going to get rich.
It is a weird accent.
Yes.
My daughter has a bit of a weird accent too. So I mean, I kind of get that.
Rich. We're going to be a team. And they're all like, well, who's this bitch? I'm like, she's my girlfriend. She's my girlfriend.
Yeah, he's like American, and then one word sounds English, right?
English, yeah.
Yeah. See, my daughter does that too.
She's my girl. You're all my chicks, and you're going to stay here, and we're going to make some money. Big fight kicks off, blah, 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 blah. In the end, long story short, 3 left, 2 stayed. Those are my first 2 girls, and we started this little webcam business from my apartment.
Yeah, I mean, I could tell already this guy's a fraud.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I already fraud. You know, of course he's on Fresh and Fit.
And it just grew and grew and grew, and it got to the point where at one point I had 75 women working for me in 4 locations. Damn. And I was doing $600,000 a month.
Tate ran a webcam studio for years. According to Tate himself, over 50% of the employees were actually my girlfriend at one time. None were in the adult entertainment industry before they met me. He continues, divulging how his job was to get women to fall in love with me, to where she'd do anything that I'd say, and then get her on webcam.
So she's a pimp.
Yeah. An e-pimp. Yeah.
Isn't it amazing that like the one constant in this, like it's like with prostitution is there's always, in order to get women, like, do you realize like how insane that is? Like me, I guess I was never that good with women. Because like you talk a girl into sleeping with other guys and give you a majority of the money you make from it.
It's insane.
Well, what's the matter with you? I'm looking for a key. Yeah. They call me Big Pimpin'. I'm looking for the key. The key to what? It's my pocket. The key. Oh shit. I'll go. I'll lock it up. I'll lock it up later. Don't worry about it. Yeah, sorry about that. I had to take it out. Oh God, I hope I didn't lose it. Great. That's the last thing I need. Well, I had to open the door so it couldn't have lost it. Did you lock the front? No. All right. Well, that was open.
Reinforce your door, Tommy.
Reinforce your door. Yeah. Well, you can come in. Anybody wants to kill me. Today's a good day. All right. Big pimping. Yeah, it's just the weirdest thing in the world, man. Like, it's so weird.
Tate even created his own course independent of the Hustlers University called Make Millions with Internet Pimping. Having lots of...
Oh, so he's okay with that.
Yeah, he's coined the phrase, internet pimping.
Andrew Tate, Make Millions of the Internet.
Of gorgeous women around you is great, but getting paid to do so is better, while other men spend their hard-earned cash on retaining...
Hi, it's Kate. My favorite conspiracy is Helen Keller. Which one's yours? Mine too.
Women.
Which one?
You will be having...
What's the Helen Keller one? What?
You know the Helen Keller conspiracy? I've talked about it before.
I'm trying to remember.
She didn't say a fucking thing, and she just went, nah, nah, ah, and then the other one just made up a bunch of shit. You know, sort of like Coco the gorilla.
And they just pretended to be deaf, dumb, and blind.
Yeah. No. She was deaf, dumb, and blind. Like her spokespeople that pretended to understand. Yeah, like you say, okay. You know, you really should do more for the environment. I don't think President Roosevelt's doing a good job. You know.
She says that. You know, she's actually a genius. I know you don't see it, but
yeah, she's genius. You're just a retard because you don't understand. You know. I like that one. You know why that thing is, because they when you're a teenager, actually even before that, elementary, they shove Helen Keller bullshit down your throat when you're a kid, and then I don't know about you, but as soon as, and I give full credit to a Painkiller Ready podcast, because they're the ones that put it in my head. But one of the things that they said is, this is something that deep down you always believe.
Right.
And don't say it out loud, because Helen Keller, even though she was dead like fucking 50 years before I fucking heard of her, right? Wherever the hell she died. I think she died just after the war, right? Got to keep your E-hand firm. Big Pimpin'. Pimpin' Pete. Pimpan Strong. Yeah, so yeah, I'm that and Coco the Gorilla. I don't think Coco the Gorilla didn't know any shit about the environment. I'm going out on a limb here. It's a fucking gorilla. You know.
True. Yeah, it's a gorilla.
Yeah. It's those, and you know what? If you really think about it, deaf, dumb, and blind going all the time, you're probably half a gorilla yourself.
The women working for you and putting hard, cold cash in your pocket. You will learn
That idiot called and said I'm just like this guy. What a fucking jerk off.
how to convince girls to work for you, how to start a webcam company from home with zero investment, how to do
The webcams in
banking and handle taxes.
Well, Tommy,
so that
you're
you
going
can
to get Jessica Pizzle, right? You're going to get Jessica
Big
Pizzle
Pim.
and all the other girls to do some business for you.
I just want all the women to sleep with me. I don't want to hand them out.
paid day one. The best way to motivate women to make you rich. Tips and tricks from over 7 years in the
Give
game.
them the best 3.5 minutes of their lives.
A full breakdown of how to earn $30K per month profit from only 3 girls. It is worth noting, of course, that you have to dish out around $2,000
I love this shit. See, I don't like the idea of pimping women. I'm against that. I disavow. But I'm for ripping off idiots like that guy that called me yesterday for $1,000.
Oh my God! What if he was one of these guys? Jesus.
Well, you know what? I could see that. I could see putting $2-3 grand in something like this, having it not work, and rather than admit that you got suckered for $2,000, rather than admit that, just
Double down.
Just double down. You know, what's his? I forgot his name. The actor in Scientology that came out. I can't remember his name. And they asked him the same thing. It's like, well, nobody believes it. Why do they do it? He's like, you dump a couple millions and you'll say it's real anyway, and you know it's not real.
Oh, you talking about Lee Remini?
No, not Lee Red. There's another one. Lee's probably most famous. The one that was Eric something. I don't know. He came out, and he was like a New York guy. He came out and said, whole thing's bullshit. And he kept the bullshit up because he said he was just embarrassed. I forget who it was. Because why do people keep it up? Because they're embarrassed. They just donated a whole life to this millions of dollars. They're embarrassed.
Yeah,
You
they're
know,
embarrassed and they're black.
Might as well keep it going.
Obviously, with quotes like that, the nature of the business was somewhat questionable, and it led to accusations of exploitation and even human trafficking from his critics.
Human trafficking?
Another British newspaper, The Mirror, published...
Well, so far he is. Well, I mean, is this a case where he's doing like shady sexist stuff, but we're going to turn him into a human trafficker? Like, how much weight there is there to this?
I mean, you're gonna have to be the judge and watch
All right,
it, you know.
okay.
But the way I got it is like we're never gonna get the full story because we never can trust what Andrew Tate says for his reason.
Gotcha.
a scathing article which describes the Tate brothers as callous for facilitating men donating a fortune after falling for the fabricated sob stories of
Fuck them. Fuck them. I don't care. Do you?
some 75 lingerie-clad models. The more money they donated, the more models.
What did Doyle Brunson say? Never let a sucker keep their money, or I forget.
Yeah.
No, it was Amarillo Slim. He said never let you got to separate a sucker from their money. It's something like that.
Consequently, promoting a culture of guilt-tripping simps in order for fatter checks.
I want to tell you that I like you very much. I consider you to be my soulmate.
Oh, how nice that is. But remember, soulmates can get together. If you pay extra, of course.
Some women will claim to have crippling university debt, a sick pet, a family member in need of private health care, or a dream of moving to the UK. Sometimes even telling men they want to meet them.
Shithole. Why go there?
However, the
In the
Tate
country. Well, the other things.
Turn around.
Yeah.
seemed very confident that 2 specific lines in their terms and conditions could legally facilitate the blatant lies being perpetuated to users. The idea that the shows are for entertainment purposes only allows for the truth to
Entertainment purposes only for $3,000. Get a new rig,
exactly.
dummy.
be stretched for sympathy. The next is that all cash given to models is a voluntary sign of gratitude for their...
You ever wonder with these scams that there's one guy that actually worked for it, but completely by accident? You know what I mean? Like some guy buys into the scam, and all of a sudden he's pimping left and right, and he's like talking to all these other people. Hey, work great for me. I don't know what the fucking problem is. I think Andrew Tate's great.
What they do is they take that guy and they put him on the fucking website.
The one guy it worked for. It probably has nothing to do with anything.
Time broadcasting, rather than the actual reason, which the Mirror described as sob stories. Tristan Tate fired back, claiming that he runs a legitimate business, and if they abuse it, that it's their problem. The addiction, in terms of a beautiful woman you think might be in love with you, the addiction is very real. I've seen it crush them. They've turned violent and angry when they run out of money and realize models aren't going to move to Utah to be with them in their trailer. The web shows cost around $4 per minute, with both Andrew and Tristan supposedly calling the business a big scam. Tristan bragged that one man had donated his 20,000-pound inheritance.
I couldn't feel good about that, man. I'm saying like fuck them, but you got to figure like you're giving $20,000. There's probably something wrong with the guy already. So that now you're taking advantage of it. Like if you're just an idiot, you know, right, and you give up $3,000, you can recover from that, right? But if you like $20,000, then they're probably retarded. You know, I don't think it's okay to like actually retarded. Like who was the guy that called in yesterday? What's his name?
Caboose Lover.
Yeah, that retarded. Maybe. That's why I hung up on him. I felt like I was abusing him.
To one cam girl, with countless others going into debt to facilitate their parasocial relationships with these cam girls. Tristan went on to say that he doesn't feel any guilt because no one cares, and it's their problem, not mine. The two brothers would eventually move permanently to Romania, with one girl who moved with the brothers to Bucharest under the pseudonym Chloe, lying to men by telling them that she was actually in London. Andrew would tell the newspaper $4 a minute to keep her company was a good deal. However, she made her real money because men fell in love with her and believed her fake story, and tipped thousands to keep her attention and stop other men from seeing her.
Sounds like Twitch.
He, much like his brother, also called the business a total scam. Even when the face of the personality was sleeping, our girls behind the scenes would use Chloe's phone and constantly work on the relationships with her boyfriends. The model just has their hands on a keyboard that isn't even plugged in. I have real professionals who are fluent in English behind the scenes getting men hooked, finding out their interests, in the name of their dog. A guy will come online and they'll say, "How Sparky." It's an operation of professionals who lure these men in.
So at the peak of my webcam business, I got to the point where I would only be having sex to reward the girls who made me most money. Because what happened was the girls are working not for money, they're working to please me, because they love me, so they're working for attention. But I have too many girls. So if you only have half an hour per day per girl to spend time with the girl,
it's like a word problem. Was this on the SATs for scumbags? Is that? Andrew runs trains on through.
Andrew and his brother made millions off of making desperate men pay for the attention of women. Now, through Hustlers University, he attempts to create real alpha males by bashing these same men who have pathetically decided to pay these women for attention. The fact that he facilitated this for years and now seeks to provide advice.
They call me a Stardust simp.
Advice against it may seem hypocritical, especially considering how many millions both he and Tristan made from pimping out cam girls.
That's a common name for white guys in England. Tristan.
Little did the Tate brothers know their supposed immunity from...
I don't know any. How many guys American guys called Tristan? Well, let's face it.
I knew a black guy named Tristan. That's about it.
Jesus, his mother must have hated him.
Public prosecution was less than guaranteed.
I can't wait for the call with Joey tonight. My cousin's name Tristan. It's not a bad name.
My
He's my favorite football player.
You may think that the two brothers moved to Romania to avoid regulation, taxation, or maybe even litigation groups.
No, because that is the European capital of hookers. Now, Mr. Callahan, how do you know that? Well, somebody told me when I was in the army here in Germany that all the hookers were Romanian. I believe them.
But in reality, it was because UK police raided Andrew's home.
Oh.
A dispute between a cam girl and Tate led to her reporting to the police that she had been beaten by him. In response, his home was raided and Tate was put under arrest. Andrew Tate explains this further on the Fresh and Fit podcast.
All right, mate, I'm smacking in the face.
Launched her out the door, locked the door, end of it. She starts texting. He texts me, you owe me my last month's wages, you owe me my money, give me my money. Did I text her back? I ain't paying you nothing, you threw up my blah, 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 blah. She went to the police.
Oh, shit.
Oh.
And told the police I hit her when I didn't.
Tate's attempt to
I
distance
kicked her right in the cunt. That's what I did.
himself from his arrest in the UK.
What's that?
There's actually evidence, like earlier on in the video, there's evidence of him beating women on video, but he says it's like it was like a fetish video, but it's like it was pretty dark. So yeah,
what's better than fetish? Doing it for real. It's hot.
By moving abroad would be in vain. On the evening of April 11th, 2022, Romanian police would kick down the door to the Tate brothers' shared mansion. The internet would instantly begin speculating the reason as to why Andrew and Tristan were arrested. After news broke via news articles by American newspaper The Daily Beast, it was confirmed that they were arrested under suspicion of human trafficking.
The MAGA king? Why is he MAGA?
He was a big Trump guy, I think. Like with a
Make America great guy, Mike. Isn't he? I don't know. Is he English? I don't know what the fuck this guy is.
He's American. Well, he was born in America.
Look at the guy who wrote this, Will Summer.
His dad's black. His dad was like a black military guy.
All right.
The hit piece, King of Toxic Masculinity in Human Trafficking
Tom called it a hit piece.
Investigation, would gather much notoriety online. YouTubers would upload critiques of Tate following his arrest in Romania, where further details of his earlier escapades.
Well, this guy sailed right over my radar, huh? Jeez.
Yeah, well, he's just getting big in our radar now.
Oh, I see. Okay, he's in our sphere.
Yeah.
Our sphere, in the commentary sphere.
Yes.
So he's a new fucking Dr. Phil. We're gonna make a million videos about him.
But he's debating XQC and like Aiden Ross and all those guys.
Oh, smart. Well, I don't blame him for that. You think this guy with the thumbnail could have, like, I don't know. Apparently he fell down the stairs before he took the picture. He could have fucking erased that out. I know how to do that too. Look, he's got a big cut in his head. The most pathetic the most pathetic alpha male on YouTube. The most pathetic alpha male on YouTube looked like he punched you right in the fucking forehead.
Looks like you could beat the ever-living shit out of you.
Such as the prior videos of him beating women, were unearthed. All of this contributed to the idea that the Tate brothers were guilty of the charges, and maybe even on the run from authorities for their crimes. Of course, Twitter also got involved following the arrest.
And that's when we got down to it.
A series of memes parodying Tate's infamous Star Wars tweet were posted, ridiculing Tate's character and arrest. A thread by Twitter user Bimbo Isis, like the
I love fucking handles on the internet. Bimbo Isis.
Daily Beast article sought to expose Tate for many of his past controversies and his connections to far-right political figures such as Paul Joseph Watson.
He's that far-right, he's an idiot.
Sources claimed the investigation was launched after a young woman
everybody, it's just ridiculous.
From the USA claimed she had been abducted by the Tate
isn't far-right.
brothers.
I'd really like to know, because it's Dave Chappelle, it's the fucking girl that did Harry Potter. Nobody's not far-right. He was some Hispanic woman that won some election down in Texas is far-right. Like New York Times, I forget her name. God damn.
Raids, the police...
He's definitely right-wing, and he might be kooky right, but far-right? I think far-right, is skinheads.
Discovered another young woman from Romania, who, in turn, claimed that she was forcibly kept in the house by the Tate brothers. The investigation had been extended to cover not only human trafficking, but also crimes such as rape. The mother of the young Romanian woman found by the police claimed her daughter's naivete had been exploited. It was the boyfriend of the young American who managed to alert authorities to the...
I don't believe that, because all Romanians are hookers. My friend told me.
supposed captivity of his girlfriend. In a statement on the raid to the Daily Beast, a U.S. State Department spokesperson alluded to a reported abduction of...
I had like one Romanian friend in Germany.
Oh, yeah?
She's a hooker. I'm not even joking. That's she's a hooker. She's right away.
American citizen, but declines to comment further. We are aware of the reports of a U.S. citizen held against their will in Romania, the spokesperson said. Due to...
Whoa. I said it right here. All right. We are aware of reports of a U.S. citizen. So it wasn't a Romanian girl? It was like
a U.S. citizen held against her will in Romania. So I think it might have been one of the girls were U.S. probably.
Jesus. Whoa! Whoa! Who's that guy? I forget him. I love that fucking clip. We don't care about your face. I forget his name.
Privacy considerations. We have no further comments.
Gross score.
Tate's
I love Gross score. He's actually apparently streaming again. I gotta check him out. He's always, whoa! Whoa!
response to the outcry was to characteristically post an image of him smoking a cigar in a faux interrogation photo shoot on his Instagram. The caption stating, "Officer, I think we can all agree that bitches love to lie."
I give props to that one. You know, AC might be right. This guy's a scumbag, but that was funny.
Bro, yeah. He's all over social media. Now. Like, yeah.
Well, good for him. Can't wait to see him go to prison.
Same day, April 14th, Andrew would post his own perspective on the arrest and why it took place.
And after they slept together, he ignored her one day. Hey, let's go out for dinner. Ignored her, kept ignoring her. Then turns out she has a boyfriend. So the boyfriend found out she was with Tristan. So now she's in a hard situation, right? Because she doesn't want to admit to her boyfriend she's been cheating with the guy.
Admit she's dating a guy with the name Tristan is real fucking God, that's kind of gay.
Now ignores her completely. So she says,
I like old-fashioned names like Bob,
Tommy,
Joe,
could you imagine
Tom.
a girl's like, I'm cheating on you. His name is Tristan.
Tristan. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
I feel emasculated.
oh, yeah, but I was with him, but I didn't want to be. I was at their house and I couldn't leave. Like she was kidnapped. Even though all of our CCTV, which the police now have, prove that she came by Uber and left by Uber, and there's text messages of her begging to come back, and Tristan wouldn't let her.
Well, I don't know about all this stuff. The fact that he's not in cuffs, really, I'm sorry. I mean, Romania's backwards, but it's not that backwards.
Yeah, I mean,
it's just poor. They're not fucking like, that bad. But go ahead.
Well, Tom's gonna talk about ties to possible Romanian mob as well. So
that's a little different.
Yeah,
but I could be wrong. I doubt the mob would want him to have this kind of like any kind
exposure.
Of criminal. Yeah. I would. It's just a guess.
Then her boyfriend calls the embassy and calls the police.
Let me tell you something. If you hear the stories, not messing with like La Cosa Nostra, there is one people on earth you do not want to piss off an Eastern European crime family. They will cut you up. They will chop you up. I said about when the war happened. I said they're different types of white people. Once you go past Germany and the Czech, let me be a little beyond the Czech Republic. It's a whole different white.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Andrew Tate respectfully disagreed with the online consensus around his arrest. After a 3-hour interrogation, the Tate brothers were free to return to their home as police searched for any evidence of human trafficking, abduction, and so on.
So unless they put over one on the cops, I'm kind of apt to believe that it's probably true. But if they're mobbed up, yeah, that would change things dramatically, especially in a place like Romania. But I don't know.
The fact that the Tates had their computer.
Overwhelming odds. I'll go 85.
Yeah.
He's telling the truth. Or no, that he didn't commit a crime. I'm not going to say he told the truth.
I think this is very recent, by the way, so I don't know if it's like the investigation's still going or what, but...
Yeah, okay.
And phones returned to them so quickly shows the...
I bet that idiot's going to call in. See, I told you. No, you told me there's no investigation, you fucking dolt.
Sketchy grounds that the case was built on, undermining a lot of the outrage the arrest initially generated online.
This is a good one, because I love this, because everyone who dislikes us and hates us
he sounds more English than his brother. It's weird.
Jumps to...
They're sex traffickers!
Yeah. That's why we're...
So is this a case where Twitter just fucking said they're sex traffickers, and it's so beyond reality. It's like, back in the Gamergate days or whatever, it's like the guy looked at me the wrong way and that constitutes rape. I mean, are we in that area with them?
It's like Twitter, the journalists, articles, police. I don't know. It's a mixture.
I'm sorry, they would be arrest. They'd be arrested unless they're mobbed up.
Yeah.
On a podcast and like completely free in our house. Is house arrest? I mean, what is this?
That being said, there is some conspiracy involved here. A recording of Michael Delabrock, better known as Michael Brooks in right-wing circles, alongside figures such as Paul Joseph Watson, claims that Tate was in fact a legit gangsta. And
former staffer or Sargon of God. Friend of Paul's?
Yeah, Paul Joseph Watson.
Okay. According to Michael DeLaBrock, also known as Mike Brookies, former staffer of Sargon.
that the real reason he's a multimillionaire is due to him laundering a huge amount of the Romanian mob's money.
I don't think. Look, here's why I don't buy that. It's just. I'll tell you what. I'll be more apt to be Twitter if this guy has a bullet in his head and he's found in the goddamn back of a trunk, or the Romanians setting him on fire while he sleeps.
You would want your launderer to be as quiet as possible.
Yeah, I'm not really buying that. And I'm not trying to act like I'm some kind of fucking crime expert, but this doesn't jive with what I do know. Yes, Michael Francis told me. You know,
he goes on to claim that if Tate wanted, he could have people.
I watch
killed.
Francis.
IRL, he's actually a multimillionaire because he launders the Romanian mafia's money. So,
well, this guy's got an Irish accent, which automatically believes he's full of shit.
Ironically, this guy's like a legit gangster.
I don't believe anybody with that accent. Nobody. Not a word. Not a word out of their mouth. Unless I'm already friends with them. Sorry, Gary.
And if he wanted to, I'm pretty sure he could have.
And somebody talks to me like this. Oh, so where are you going? Yeah, I was down in Atlanta last week. I don't believe you. It's full of shit. Irishman, full of shit.
Have people killed.
Could this be the reason for his special treatment by Romanian
Scots? I mean, you ever listen to Green Man? Do you believe a word out of his mouth? He might be telling the truth. For all I don't fucking believe him.
I mean, I can't hear a word out of his mouth. I can't hear a word out of his mouth. I don't like.
He may be a part of our new project. We might be talking to him about doing a project for us.
And how quickly the investigation was dismissed? Well, maybe. Andrew certainly gets off on being seen as a John Gotti-esque figure, even bragging about his supposed association with organized crime.
And they kind of looked at me, you know, typical Eastern European mafia. Imagine, you know, fat, bald, cigar, exactly like you'd imagine.
I don't believe it. Now he's playing into the meme. So I guess somebody who's put on, how come they didn't get arrested? Well, because he's with the mob, right?
Yeah.
And then he leans into the meme. Possible. I mean, it's not impossible. Or here, if I'm wrong, okay, he's insane. Like, not really thinking that anything can ever happen to him, which is possible.
You think he's full of shit?
Oh, hey, Tom.
Oh,
hey,
Turkey Tommy. It's tough. It's very tough to believe that they would allow somebody like this to speak this publicly. Unless the mob's little boomers. Wouldn't that be funny? They don't know.
Well, that's what I'm thinking. Imagine they're old and they can't speak English, so they don't even know what's going on. Like, they just see this dumbass, and they're like, I don't even...
I think in today's world, it would be like, find out what he said. And that's like that.
Yeah. Well, I think,
let me tell you something.
You know,
you do not fuck with those people in any fucking capacity. They kill each other like as quick as they breathe. I told you that once you cross that fucking Czech border, it's a different fucking white man's world.
Oh yeah.
It is not fucking English white
he's not
man
even white.
or
He's
Irish or
black.
Australian or so. Yeah, but he's dealing. If he's dealing with Eastern Europeans, he's dealing with white guys. You know, mafia.
Well, I mean, they claim to be white, but you know, the Slavs, there's something.
Yeah. I know Hitler was right, but it's like,
I'm not AC, okay? No, I may sound like.
And
him,
I'm just kidding, by the way.
No, I did want to say though.
You're Slavic, right? I always thought you.
Yeah,
were.
I'm Bulgarian. Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's still close enough. Yeah, Hitler was right about that.
I do want to say. I think, on one hand, you talk to people and they're like, oh, well, it'd be retarded for him to, just be so open about this if he is mobbed up, right? Like, that seems so stupid.
Beyond.
Then the other hand, like, even guys like, John Gotti, he was kind of brazen about it. I mean, not in the same way, but he liked to brag. He knew that people.
That's a good point, but
cool.
I don't get the feeling this guy's in charge of fucking anything. I got the feeling John Gotti was in charge. And by the way, and knowing mob history, he was a terrible boss.
Well, maybe
when it came to the business part, John was a terrible boss. Personality, leadership, yeah, but as far as like logistics, John was terrible.
Yeah, maybe Andrew is. I mean, I don't know. Yeah. He has a lot of interesting speeches about how being frugal is stupid and shit like that.
Here's the thing: we're living in a new era, Tommy, where online can make you so much money.
Maybe.
Well, that's the thing. Let's say he is making so much money from the casinos, right? Hypothetical world. Let's say he's making $3 million a year from casinos. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's just pull that out of our ass.
Okay.
Why is he pushing Hustlers University so hard? It's not out of charity.
Is he still pushing it to this day? I haven't watched.
Oh,
it.
yeah,
We're only giving part of your video so we can we're only taking part because I don't want to I hate doing that. I hate taking the whole thing. I hate doing that.
The stuff he pushes a lot is Hustlers University, and then this thing he has called the War Room, which is like the last part.
If he's in casino business, he wouldn't have fucking time for anything else.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, why would he be pushing this stuff so hard if he is, so deep into?
Actually, it makes more sense if he'd be in the mob if he's pushing that shit because it's a scam.
Well, obviously it's a scam, but like if he's, he claims to be super rich. I mean, he's driving fucking supercars,
There's ways to cover that. There's other thing too. When rich people get rich, they don't it becomes scorekeeping after a while. I mean, why does Bill Gates get up and work every day? Why because they have a drive. Why does
he's part of the deep state, so they can ruin our lives.
God, they had to drag fucking McMahon out of his job. With who was?
Well, here's the thing: a lot of these guys that are super rich online, you find out aren't actually that rich. They're renting their cars, they're renting their houses.
And this guy strikes me in that department. Heist guy. It's not like the mob would have young prospects who are internet savvy and know English.
It's like a fake it till you make it situation.
You know what? Heist guy. If that's what you're getting at with that, there could be a brave new world. I am basing this on organized crime history, and mostly American organized crime history. It just doesn't seem. And I got to be honest with you, this strikes me as a guy that would catch a bullet quick.
Yeah. Well, look at it like this, right? Tommy 6'9", snitched on everybody, not dead, not beat up, not beaten down. It's like a weird new era we're living.
Now,
in.
You know what? Francis, DJ Vlad said that to Francis recently. Same thing, and he brought up that's a good point. Yeah. All right, I'll go on record here, right? Every one of my fucking normal senses, it doesn't get, but I could be dead wrong because I'm just so unfamiliar with that world. We'll just go on that. All right, let's watch the rest of this.
Them to be, and they're like, why do we need you?
Michael Brooks' association with friends of Tate, like Paul Joseph Watson, may bring validation to what otherwise would be an outlandish claim. And after everything we've covered, would you really be surprised if this was the next twist in Andrew's antics? And speaking of other business ventures, even prior to his arrest, YouTubers...
This is another possibility. The crime family he's with is a bunch of fucking morons. It's not like the smartest people go into that business. You know what I mean? That could be it too. But there's usually at least one guy that knows what the fuck they're doing.
Would begin piling on exposés on the controversial Andrew Tate and the shady practices he orchestrates. The most prominent was the video by Danny Gonzalez called Terrifying Alpha Male Club, and as of writing this video, it has surpassed 4 million views. The video looks at an alternative course created by Andrew Tate for those who want even more out of their Hustlers University experience, often taking time to satirize both Andrew's character and his business venture. Andrew himself describes the War Room as the greatest global network which exists on planet Earth. The War Room is for men who understand something is missing, men who see that not many are taking life seriously, and the few that are, have been easily exploiting the unaware. The more intelligent you are, the more you realize and notice something important. There is a level of human
This is just gobbledygook to sell shit.
existence that very few get to experience.
Yeah,
many people are blind.
It's like
many
retarded
people do not
platitudes,
believe it
It's
exists.
a word salad. That's all it is.
Well, he even at one point he's like, "You got to get in now." And some of the lines are really funny. He's like, "The people who get in now, their sons and wives will be protected for generations to come because you're in the war room, but it's closing soon." So it's a scam. The War Room is for men who understand it does exist, it is possible, and refuse to live their entire life without access. The War Room is for men who will die without regret. Sounds pretty cool. Oh right, it's $4,000. And if you want the elite
I thought you were gonna say more, actually.
Package deal, that'll be almost $8,000. He goes on to allude to the idea that this opportunity is only open for a limited time. This chance won't last forever. Soon, membership will close. The War Room members and their sons will remain the closed wielders of global influence into eternity. You will never be allowed to prove yourself.
You gotta be fucking some kind of moron to fall for this.
Well,
it's tough for me to believe that anybody that would buy this could even put $4,000 together. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, somehow a bunch of people are in it. He really preys on those types of people.
Well, you know what? He could be preying on fucking mentally ill people that have money. That's the only other thing that makes sense.
Well, you guys already saw the simp part, right? With like the cam girls and whatever. He's just doing the same thing.
Yeah,
but he's doing it to
right?
guys.
It's the same
this
exact
time.
shit.
Yeah, it's pimping men. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I don't necessarily have a problem with.
Even before, he was really pimping men because the way he made the money wasn't from the girls. It was because of the men who donate to
Yeah,
the
that's another thing. Everybody get outrageous with stuff the way he treated women. He's not treating men much different. Maybe he's just a fucking psycho. You know?
No, he's just. I think he hates everyone. He's just like a scam artist.
Yeah.
And he knows how to get away with it. I think that's why he's in Romania, because he thinks he can escape legal
But you know what it is,
and he probably
too?
can.
Here's one thing I do know that I won't back off. I'll admit not knowing this world. Maybe things are different now. Maybe the mafia isn't what it was. Maybe the Eastern European mafia is not what I thought it was. There's always an end to this story. Always. I'm not saying it's going to be a bullet or an end of the back of it. There's always an end. You cannot keep this up. I mean, you know, the perfect example is a Jordan Belfort. You know, he was a big fuck boy. He's the greatest fuck boy in history, if you ask me. This ends somewhere.
Join. You and your family will only suffer losses as the War Room members endlessly win. I promise you, you are running out of time. Are you ready to be unplugged? Ironically, this section of the page has remained for years, and the War Room has no signs of closing its doors. Now, as much as I'd love to join this group, I'm not shilling that kind of money, and luckily I don't have to. Alexander has reviewed his insightful experience for all of us. According to Alexander Graves,
he put up $4,000 for this. He probably didn't make that back, did he?
No, he claims during this review, he's like, I didn't even have $4,000 really to be given out at the time. The War Room is made up. I mean, if you think about how much things cost,
he did a service to the rest of us, I guess. You know, I think this is. I feel like donating.
Hopefully
to him.
that got him evicted, so I can take his apartment pretty soon. But,
okay.
Telegram is very unwise. Split into many different topics. Apparently, there are over 150 different chat rooms for members.
How much you want to bet? There's like 2 in fucking 3 rooms. You know?
I think he's honest about a number of chat rooms, but the review starts very like praises him with no criticism, and then after like 2 weeks of being there, he updates it. He's like, it was all shit and a scam, and like they don't do anything.
Why they don't go after him for fraud then? I mean, that is fraud. Everybody's so broke they can't sue him.
I mean, even if they had money, I mean, what are they supposed to say? Like, what false promise did he make that like it's not like he puts a dollar amount on it, you know.
I think admitting to the fraud. I think if he says that, you know, this is supposed to happen and live, look, this is never going to happen. I think that's evidence of fraud.
Yeah, well, I don't think that he would admit.
That's a guess.
Like, I don't think Andrew would admit to it, but I think he would. You know, like in the past, he's admitted to his past like scams that he got away with.
Yeah.
So, in the War Room are not for the public eye, not because it is some fraud or even mafia type of group, because feminists, leftists, and the corporate world want you to keep being a cog in the system. Tate achieved pure freedom with what he does, and because he speaks the truth. That's why he gets banned all the time. He goes on to write, "Isn't Tate just a big misogynistic ass? When I first read some things from him online, I thought the same. Luckily, I am not quick to decide on what I think of people, and I dug deeper. If you watch a bunch of clips on YouTube and see how they really are and what they say, you will quickly realize that they are the good guys, who don't just bow down to societal bullshit." Alexander divulges how the advertised War Room live events had costs reaching up to $5,000 alone per event, not including travel expenses. Now, this review is clearly somewhat biased. In fact, the original version seemed to admit any negative criticism of Andrew and had nothing but praise. Even if he did have a positive impression of the War Room, surely there would be something negative he had to say. Well, Alexander eventually updated it a few months later after its original publication. This is notable because he provides a far more critical view of his experience in the group. He even goes as far as to admit that the War Room is supposedly akin to a cult. Yes, it sort of became that sadly. You can't really question what they're doing or you'll just be talked to shit. I wonder if I will be contacted for this update of my review. Back then, they actually reached out to help me change the copy of my review a bit so it sells better. Sounds nice, but to me the intent seemed to be more along the lines of, make sure there is no bad talk about it. It certainly explains the original review's biased tone towards figures like the Tates and their inner circle. Speaking of Tate's inner circle, the guys in the mess hall and the initial groups really are almost zealots to the Tates. They suck up everything without questioning anything. Plus, Tate is not afraid to lie. He even prides himself in having tricked a lie detector. If you do a little research, you'll never find anything about him being a 4-time kickboxing world champion. He does know how to fight, and...
Dear SFTP Prime server, it's me, JFA. I just wanted to announce that the free server currently has more life than yours. Ha ha ha. Okay.
He certainly did do it professionally, but I couldn't find
Matt, delete it.
Anything about his actual...
Yeah, delete the server. Fuck him.
Titles.
I think GFA
his review...
Yeah, delete it. Fuck it.
critiques the current state of the War Room. He claims that as the organization continued and more people joined, asking the same questions, the War Room eventually became a funnel to sell Tate's other products and courses. Now, there are so many people in the War Room, they're just tired of answering the same questions over and
You can delete it, it's still up.
I don't think I can. I'm trying to.
I'll try to figure it out.
over again. So if you pose a question, you just get redirected to a course that covers it. I get it, you know, but as a customer, it still looks salesy. Plus, there are many other creators in those rooms now that have their own courses they sell in the groups and rooms.
Did you find it yet?
I'm looking for it, Tommy. I'm trying
Delete
to find
that
it.
shit.
I'm working
So
on
there's
it.
a lot of selling. But regardless of whatever negative impressions there may be of Hustlers University and of the War Room, one thing that is undeniable is their success.
Hold on a second. I'm gonna write in the main chat in this free server. There you go. Just wanted to let them know. Okay.
While we don't have exact figures, Andrew has claimed to be making more than $200,000 a month from Hustlers University alone. And it's clearly a business he intends on expanding. While his profile has been rising for years, 2022 marked an important turn in his story. He went from being known only within the manosphere to being in the cultural zeitgeist of the entire internet.
Okay, so he came over to this side of the internet. I get it now. All right.
Yeah.
Look at it. He's got the gayest shit to try to show that fucking terrible tattoo he has off. It looks ridiculous.
Yeah,
he looks like
really
a fucking
likes
ink blot. It looks like you got in a fight with the fucking ink thing. It doesn't even look like a tattoo or anything that's discernible.
The open collared shirt. That's
Yeah. The shirt I have less of a problem with. The tattoo doesn't make any sense. Yeah. Oh, God.
Instead of just talking to Fresh and Fit, now he's been exposed to the audiences of some of the biggest internet personalities.
That was smart.
Greek God X, Trainwrecks, XQC, Aiden Ross.
Is Greek God X, does he swear by it or anything?
Greek God X kind of likes him, I think.
Yeah,
You'd have to
Greek
be a
God's doing
megalomaniac
this
to
new
not.
bit, right? Where he's like a misogynist or whatever. Like women should be in the kitchen, stuff like that.
He's right.
Doubt yourself if you're an incompetent individual, right? If you're an idiot, or you're crap, or you're shit at things, of course you're going to doubt yourself, because you should, because you fail all the time. The only way you're going to start to not doubt yourself is if you show some competence, if you grow into a competent individual and perpetually succeed, as I do. I don't doubt myself because I never fail. So why would I doubt myself when I've never failed?
All of these people have talked to Tate extensively on streams and no doubt raised his profile tenfold. And during every appearance, woven in between...
So all the retards gave him an entire new audience to scam. Our community, the influencer, just gave them like millions of other people so he can go and scam them. Is that what happened, Turkey Tom?
I mean, I would say if you consider his business a scam, then yeah, for sure.
Good. Fuck them all. I hope you all get scammed. Not me.
The bravado and platitudes about masculinity, Andrew makes sure to plug Hustlers University.
The thing's not deleted. It's still up there.
I'm working on it.
Andrew Tate
right?
is no doubt a fascinating human being, and in some ways even brilliant. His discipline, his ambition, his mental fortitude, his self-reliance, his call to action, and even his intelligence are the aspects of his character he wishes to sell the most, in order to sell you the most. In reality, his one most impressive ability is in getting attention. I mean, the most popular e-celebrities in the world are talking about him every day. Some are loving him, some are hating him.
So he's an influencer. He's ahead of his time.
For sure. Him, but at this point he can't be ignored. Andrew Tate is undeniable.
I ignored him until that idiot called yesterday. Can't say that. I didn't know the fuck he was.
People think my ideas are strange.
That's why my show sucks. I don't know.
But I was raised to be an individual. Conformism is not in my genes. Sometimes my words seem offensive, but I only want to be thought-provoking in a world where too many people are losing the capacity to think independently. Is he mobbed up? I feel it'd be unwise to make a definitive statement in that regard. But at the very least, he wants you to think that he is. Much like shock rockers of old, like Marilyn Manson, Tate thrives off of the attention you give him. The rumors, the hate, that all plays to his success. Ultimately, those who hate him are probably contributing to his business more than anyone who loves him. But whether or not there's any substance to Andrew Tate, once you peel back the layers, or if he's merely a businessman doing what they do best, is something I'll leave up to you. I've been Turkey Tom. Thanks for watching.
Too much long of a pause. I don't like that, Turkey Tom. There was this like
Sorry,
weird
Tommy,
dead. There was like this weird dead air. Well, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna bring you back to days of the what was that stupid group you were in? I forget.
The NCO.
Yeah, NCO. Like, remember you all used to sit there and just say the dumbest shit and critique each other in the stupidest way, and it was mostly like bad faith, dishonest way. So I'm gonna do the same thing. Like, listen to this part. Like,
I think I'll leave up to you.
Too long. Clearly, you fucked this up. I mean, you know, this is a pretty good
I
video.
did not fuck it up. It was intentional. It's,
yeah, but it has no. You lose the drama. It just sounds like you forgot to. You had it. You recorded it in Audacity, and then you just pushed it a little too far ahead. You could have backed it up 2 seconds. You didn't have to do that. If you're trying to do some kind of dramatic thing right there, you really missed the mark. I'm just letting you know.
All right. Thank you. Been Turkey Tom. Thanks for watching.
Yeah, I don't like
Noted.
it. I don't know, this is Tom's worst video in a while.
And until next time, leave me alone.
Oh, so you said it like real, like easy going this time. Like, what was the plan with just your change of delivery this time around?
I was happy. I don't know. I didn't think about it.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. You're lying. You're lying to me because you always used to talk with all your girlfriends back in the NCO about every little thing like that. Don't act like I don't think that way anymore. You probably got optics check on this one. You probably called John Swan. John, what do you think? You know, I mean, is it too long a pause?
Yeah.
No, it's perfect.
You know, me and John, we go way back.
Yeah, you do. You hated him when I did. Turkey Tom's the only guy that hated John Swan as much as I did.
John's my ghostwriter, and he takes 75% of my revenue.
Yeah.
So he's actually making the real money.
Is he really? Poor John. Let's see. Where's the cool music? Oh, the fade out. I hate this. All right, this song sucks too. All right, well, otherwise it's a pretty good video.
Thank you.
I try to be honest. No, actually, I reacted to it. Like, I'm gonna watch the whole thing later. This is an interesting character. So he's just here. So you just jumped on it as well. How many hits you got here? How was that?
It's doing pretty good.
Oh wow.
Yeah, quite a few.
Yesterday. Well, that's a little higher than normal for you, right?
Yeah, lately the videos have been popping off. Since
no, you're doing it. Yeah, I'm busting balls. You're doing great work. You're getting better every year.
Well, I gave in to fucking the long video meta. I accepted this. What I had to do.
It is what it is. I'm quitting this. So. I'm going into soccer.
You're going into soccer?
Yeah.
Interesting. That'd be an interesting transition.
There's a new. We're calling it the Glory Hunters, which is a slang term in England for like fair weather fan, you know, and or fake fan, something like that. Yeah, we'll be having. You'll be seeing after I get all the assets nailed down. You'll be seeing Glory Hunters channel and then Glory Hunters live stream channel.
Okay,
will be
sounds
separate
good.
Channels, yeah, and what have you, and you know, maybe I'll make a cent out of it. I'm going in to it with all the right intentions. No money. It's just pure YouTube, like back in the old days. Like when I did hockey, because I just cared. I cared so much. No, actually, we're going after all the football podcasters that take themselves too fucking seriously, and we're gonna get.
Are there a lot of those? Is that
a big God, thing? I mean, you know, YouTube. It doesn't change. You think the commentary community is not much different than all the other ones. There's like slight cultural difference. Like slight difference. Everybody's thinking maniac. Well, look what's going on with like Ackman and Quantum. It's the same. There's nothing new there. The striking. You can't say this. You can't say that. You know, garbage. It's all the same. Why is that fucking server still up?
I think there's like a delay or something. I pressed the delete button and it just won't go away. I don't get it.
Oh, that's got to be.
Maybe I deleted the wrong server. I don't know.
Oh Jesus!
What's
not
going
the poker
on.
server. Let me check. Let me see. Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh, no, Joey's in there.
Server?
Hold on a second. Hey, guys, you're on the poker server. You're on live in the show right now. What do you think?
Oh.
Yeah, see all the things that's happening in the poker server. Yeah. Oh! Yeah. No, good work as usual. I'm glad this is good stuff. Hope
Thank you. Appreciate it.
I can hit off.
Hopefully we'll have more similar videos in the future. This one was especially fun just because instead of like just YouTube drama, there seems to be some real scandal here.
I know. I mean, I still like YouTube drama. I really do. Right? But I just, it's just not as good as it used to be. You know, I bitched about like 2018, 2019. I take that back in a minute. Only like 2 weeks of a lull, you know, or a month. I could lay out a bad one. Now it's just like, ugh. Internet changed. It left me. Wow. Keemstar says I only have 2 years left.
Of life?
Well, why would he know that? No.
Well, he's been saying that for years.
Yeah, but like, I don't think he said it politely. Somebody told me. It wasn't like, I guess enough to like
pretty
pay.
impolite. It was.
Oh, was it? All right, well then I'm good.
Yeah,
Fuck Keemstar. He's like, the guy's been wrong about me for 6 years. He's gonna keep being wrong, the dumb fuck.
He's basically like Tommy C. Dead Channel.
What? I'm so fucking nice to him offline too. What a jackass.
Yeah, he was like Tommy C. Dead Channel lol, and Bo Black was like,
well, maybe he's just busting my balls then. I don't know.
Yeah.
Bo Black? Like Bo Black said that?
Bo Black always says that. Whatever. Like, well, Keem was there.
You want to talk about a dead channel? Bo Black's, okay? I don't want to hear that shit.
Like, fucking Bo Black would praise Hitler if he thought it was like, gonna blow up the next big thing on YouTube. It was a good run in the free server for what it was worth. Thank you for the community and thank you for the laughs. Despite how it ended, I still love you. It's gone. It's gone. Good work. Yeah, it's gone. I'm not seeing it on my side anymore.
Okay.
Yeah, fuck you. Fuck the free server. Fuck that guy that yelled at me the other day about the free server. You can all kiss my ass. My ass. Holy. Yeah. You want to do the after show, Tommy?
Sure, yeah.
Let's do it. Let's give me like 5 minutes. All right, everybody. Thanks so much. Thank Turkey Tom. Great video. I only showed you part of it. I would really appreciate it if you didn't see it all. In fact, even if you did, go back and watch the whole fucking thing. Give the guy a hit, for Christ's sakes. It's just the content's improving all the time. I appreciate it. He does a reasonably good job. Until I don't know, Thanksgiving's coming.
Thanksgiving's coming. And then Christmas. Don't forget Christmas.
Yeah, you almost fucked up this year in Thanksgiving too, if I remember correctly, right? It was like borderline. It was like borderline. We were worried about something, right? Something.
Oh, it was the cracker thing. Yeah.
Was it? I don't remember that. All right, let's close this, Jim. So thanks so much to everybody that donated. Really appreciate it. We'll be on all week, all fucking week, right to Friday, and I'll see you guys real soon in the Prime server right after this. So let's get the hell out of here. Hope you enjoyed yourself. Send me money, all right? You want prove Keem. It's the Prove Keemstar Wrong fundraiser. Send me money. Bye.
This is the almighty infinite, independent excellence, devil fighting, rebel titan, weed smoking alchemist, fake identities, okay, you cool with Jason Bourne, running with these Wolverines, okay, you about to catch a storm. I ain't never been a liar, got tired of niggas playing me, head in my legs like she about to catch a pedigree, Chi-Town to King's home, slapping fives, black stones, 6 mile to danger zones, bullets look like waffle cones, folk affiliated to evolution of Machiavelli. Don't make me read them eagles to you like I'm Chip Kelly. They feel my struggle, I express it through my hip hop. I'm about to make it hard to breathe. Here's a headline.
Gobble gobble, Turkey Tom.
Yeah. Talk about a dead channel.